Hi guys, I hope you guys are doing well. I'm fine, I'm okay. It's just that enemies of progress in my life, they are dedicated, they have a plan of action, they have a proper structure. They know what they're doing when and how. So the reason I'm recording during the day today is I thought I would be alone because like my little sister is back in school and my mom took her to school in the morning with my little brother and the baby, of course. So I was like, no, today I will record during the day because I'm home alone. Now I woke up, did my thing, did makeup, looked fabulous and all sorts of delicious, like things like that. And then just when I was starting to record, they came back. So already is a hassle, you know. Yeah. As if that's not enough because they're kids. Hypo. Ish, my ring fell. They're kids. They make noise. Now I'm in the middle of recording. I don't know what's happening next door, but yeah, they're making a lot of noise. They're playing loud music. So shame. I don't know if it's going to be audible there. You're going to hear it there on the video. But I hope not because I've been meaning to record and the previous days it's been raining and our house is corrugated iron on the roof. So when it's raining, you can't even hear each other speak. So I couldn't record because of that. But I've been meaning to do this video, and I hope. Shame. I'm really hoping that the sound is clean and clear. So today I want to talk about confidence. But anyway, guys, and you got stressed, like I'm okay. I mean, we work with what we have and try and make the best out of it. We're still in the garage because I'm still at home. I'm not yet back at school. I don't know when I'm gonna go back to school. But yeah, we make the best of what we have. So today I want to talk about confidence, right? It's something I've always wanted to talk about. Yo, these kids. Guys, I'm trying so hard to keep my cool. But anyway, so these are the reasons why I record at Boma 1 a.m. because it's difficult. It's hard. So today I want to talk about self-confidence. It's something I've always wanted to talk about. But before that, thank you so much to everybody who has subscribed. If you're new here, Bantase, please do subscribe. Like, comment, share, all of those things. Yeah. Thank you in advance. Ne? So self-confidence, according to the dictionary, is a feeling of trust in one's abilities, qualities, and judgment. It means you accept and trust yourself and have a sense of control in your life. You know your strengths and weaknesses well, and you have a positive view of yourself. Right. Insecurity, on the other hand, is uncertainty or anxiety about yourself. It is basically the lack of confidence. So, so today, what I'm presenting today is basically what I'm sharing today is basically something I sat down with myself, something that I wrote. Yes, I decided to like write it down because I didn't want to miss something. Because like when you're speaking and haven't really written things down, well, at least for me, it becomes quite easy to leave out other things. Sharp. So, personally, I haven't always been a confident person, right? I haven't always been confident in myself. In fact, like, insecurity has bullied me big time. Yo, so much. And it has affected my self image, it has affected my like it has affected my academics, basically my academic performance. Literally, it has affected everything in my life. It has affected relationships, both platonic and romantic. It has affected, literally, I've even gotten to a point of blowing up great opportunities just because I didn't have the confidence. I didn't believe in myself. Not because I'm not capable, not because I'm not good, not because I'm not worth it or I don't deserve such things, but only because I didn't believe in myself, right? And also because of not understanding that God created me, and after creating me, He said, it is good. Like literally, I've even struggled with having confidence in the way I look, in the way, like literally, I've been the most insecure person. Well, not the most insecure person, but insecurity has affected me big time, and it has gotten, like in my life, it has gotten to a point where I've gotten to a point where it literally affected every part of my life, like every little tiny thing. And also, I think the reason why sometimes we struggle with self-confidence is because of a distorted image of humbleness, of being humble. And also, what did I want to say? Oh, yeah, like there are a lot of things that contribute to a lack of self-confidence. It could be where we were born, who gave birth to us, in what kind of environment we were born, our schooling experiences from preschool and then. But from Zimu, yo, guys, none of these people don't want to see me flourish, honestly. Hey, Bo. Hey, Bo. I even forgot, Jorge, what did I want to say? What did I want to say? I forgot. But anyway, let's move on. So basically, when we are born, we carry such a pure confidence, right? When we are born, when we are kids. Because I'm looking back at myself as a kid, like I was that kid. I feel like if I was that person now, I'd be very far in life. Like I would be very far in life. And I feel like it's the case with most of us. We are born with a certain confidence, and as you grow, you hear a lot of things and you see a lot of things and you experience a lot of things. Like a lot of things could be abuse, could be bullying, could be anything, could be failures, could be failing at school, could be like it literally, it could even be just the environment that you live in at home and all of that. All of these things, most of these things affect the way we view ourselves and our belief in ourselves, the way we believe in our abilities and our judgment, right? So, but however, I for one am on a journey to going back to such a confidence, and becoming what I was supposed to be, even like before everything happened. So I'm on that journey, and I'm going to be doing this I'm going to be sharing that journey with you guys. So this is going to be like a series of 6 to 7 episodes with poetry in between, with just how growing up in a dysfunctional or like a toxic, abusive family has affected my confidence, how relationships have, how yeah, basically, like I'm going to be sharing poetry as well, how the stereotypes of societal projections basically have also affected my confidence, like where I draw my confidence from, where I'm taking my confidence from. Like I said, as I said, or I'm on a journey to like rediscovering that confidence. Like yeah, all of these things, so I'm going to be sharing that every Friday. Every Friday afternoon, I'll be sharing a video. I'll post the video until I'm done with the series. So I hope we can walk along together. Ne? I hope we can travel together. I hope we can journey together, and I hope you will receive something. I'm praying and hoping that you do receive something, and that what I'm trying to achieve by actually sharing this journey becomes a success, right? So yeah, so that at the end of the day, we all operate, myself and you guys, we both operate in and function in our full confidence. Yeah, but it's a journey, of course. So today, let's talk about self-awareness. Now I've come to be aware of myself, right? Like, I've always known who I am. I've always known what I'm capable of, but I've come to believe it. I've come to live it. I've come to like fully see it. And I think there's a danger in not being aware of yourself. There's It's scary what not knowing yourself can do to you as a human being, and to your, like, it can literally affect your whole life. um because also, for as far as you can see it, so you have received it. If you are not aware, and if you do not see, like if the see factor is taken away, it's almost like it doesn't exist. I don't know if I'm making sense, but I hope I am. Like, if you can't see it, it's very hard to be it or become it or receive it. So I think there's a huge danger to not being aware of yourself. And the world is such a noisy place. There's a lot of noise. A lot of people are saying a lot of things. A lot of people believe in a lot of things. A lot of people are using such platforms like YouTube and your Instagrams, like influential platforms, platforms, English, influential. I'm surprised that I'm actually not scratching myself today, because English makes me very anxious. So a lot of people are using such platforms to share what they believe, and what, like, I'm one of those people. Everybody's just saying a lot of things on, like, Jay, it's noisy, and it's very easy to latch onto into those voices and adopt them as your own. And sometimes we become things that are not necessarily what God created us to be. We become things that aren't necessarily what we are or what we're supposed to be, because of all this noise. And when you're aware of yourself and you know your name, it's like when you know your name, like when you're aware of yourself, it's like when you know your name. If somebody calls you by a name that is not yours, you'll most likely not respond to it. If somebody calls you by a name that is not yours, if you're walking in Gakweni on the streets, you could maybe turn because you heard something. Like, it could be a reflex that you turn because you heard a sound, and it's a reflex to try and find out where the sound is coming from. But then when you know your name, you could, like, it could grab your attention when somebody calls a particular name that is not yours. But because you know who you are, you're not going to entertain it. You're not going to answer to it, because it's not your name. You know your name. And for as long as somebody is calling a name, or a space or environment, or the society is calling a name that does not belong to you, you are secured and you're grounded by what you know to be your name, right? And it doesn't even have to be a bad thing. It could be a good thing what society is calling you or labeling you, or it could be a good tag. But for as long as it's not what your creator created you to be as a creation, it's going to be a disturbance to your purpose, right? Like, for example, let me think of an example. Thinking of an example. So if somebody created a lamp to your eye, not a lamp. But like when every creator creates something, they create it for a certain purpose, right? So if I'm creating a garage door, for example, I'm creating it for a certain purpose, you know. This garage door maybe could, I don't know, be something else, could be used as something else. Now I'm laughing because I'm using this garage door as a background. But anyway, it could be used as something else, you know, and e.g. the role of being that something else and leave what it's supposed to be, you know. Which shouldn't be like that for us as human beings, because we were created to be certain things and to fulfill a certain purpose, you know. So you are almost coming to the end. So yeah, number one, be aware of yourself. Secondly, yeah, know your name, basically. Know who you are, so much that you won't respond to things that are not yours, to things that don't belong to you, to things that are not aligned with the brand, you know. So number two, introduce yourself the way you know yourself. So if you know yourself to be, I don't know, the best rapper in South Africa, introduce yourself as that. Because now, if other people are allowed to maybe be introducing me to a stage, or I don't know, yeah, let's take it a stage, and be like, yo, welcome on stage, a phenomenal woman, a woman of virtue, whatnot. If that is really who I am, and that is really what I am, and I'm aligned with the brand, it should be fine for myself to also say the same about me, to also say exactly what other people are allowed to say about me, you know. And often I feel like it's a fear of maybe embarrassment, yeah, that we don't introduce ourselves the way we know ourselves. Well, it can be even verbally, or I don't know, when necessary, where you have to introduce yourself the way you know yourself. It could be verbally, it could be, yeah, talk is cheap, I'm gonna show them, or whatever it is. Introduce yourself the way you know you know. And I feel like maybe sometimes it's from a fear of embarrassment. What if I say I'm a good poet, and then next thing I forget my lines on stage? It doesn't mean that you're a bad poet. You are a good poet. And as an artist, now I'm speaking as an artist, a lot of things go into preparing for a lot of things go into the delivery of a performance, right? It could be events leading up to that performance on that particular week. It could be the people surrounding you. It could be that particular energy you're receiving from the audience. It could be your relationship with that environment or that audience. It could be literally anything. A lot of things come into play. It doesn't mean that you are a bad poet, you know. For as long as you know yourself to be a good poet, introduce yourself the way you know yourself. You know, where necessary, introduce yourself the way you know yourself. It should be okay for you to speak about you the way other people are allowed to talk about you. Yes. And also, what else? Yeah, because like the truth is also, when you speak, it's not only the people who are listening, it's not only whomever you're talking to who is listening, but also you are listening. So when I'm talking, Tinga is listening. When I'm talking, Atinga Angu is listening. So often, you know, we say stuff for the sake of for the sake of protecting ourselves, you know, or 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 trying to be humble, you know, I would do this thing. Whenever I went to a new space where I didn't know anybody, I would introduce myself and say, "Hi, my name is so and so. I'm so shy," and whatnot. Especially if I knew that maybe later on I might be expected to do something or partake in whatever. Because me saying I'm shy, it's kind of like a protective mechanism to myself. I'm trying to protect myself. Should I under deliver, or should I be too nervous, or should I be expected to do whatever? People must not expect too much from me because I'm shy, you know. So it's these mechanisms, and unfortunately when you are speaking, you are also listening. Literally, after saying that, I would literally become what I said I am. Because the minute you say I am, you become exactly that, you know. And you don't, belittling yourself is not humbleness. Being humble is very far away from belittling yourself, you know. So let's stop it today. Let's stop doing that, because we are conditioning our minds and distorting them and storing that whatever we're saying, that information, to our minds so much that it conditions us and taints our self-confidence and our self-image and our self-esteem. And then we just become things that we aren't, and we just lack confidence because of the things we are saying. And basically we target ourselves, we bewitch ourselves. You know, it shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't be that way. Stop doing that to yourself. Yes. Yeah, I think that's pretty much about it, you know, because we let me sort this thing out. Hey boo, I lost that diary thing. Okay, sharp. We are here. So how far are we? 22 minutes. Okay. So another thing is that we have adopted habits, right, that we grew up hearing, and we just took those things and hey, what is that English word? I don't know, but we consume those things and they stick, you know. Yeah, whoever has that word, please comment down below so that next time Miguel. Yeah. So for example, I'm going back to becoming what you say you are. So sometimes you be dressed, you know, like have your makeup on, maybe plan for an outfit even a week prior, go shopping for it, hey, laundry it, iron it, wake up very early in the morning, you know, shower, scrub yourself, man, scrub yourself, you know, shave yourself, scrub, yay, ugeze mntaka gogo, uhlale. After doing that, maybe take an hour to beat your face and all of that. Mntase ube right. Uzizwe now uthi no man, I'm the girl. Feel it and feel yourself that you are the girl. And then next thing, you get to wherever you're going, and then somebody's like, yo, Miguel, fry us, Miguel. Yay, we are yours. And you're like, this old drag. Hi. I've done it a number of times, and each time I did it, exactly after saying that, I became it. Like, I would be wearing something new and it would literally feel like a rag. Because what? That's what I was talking, that's what I was speaking, that's what I said. And when I was talking, I'm not the only person, whoever I was talking to wasn't the only person listening, but I was also listening. I too was doing what? Was listening. So stop doing that to yourself. Accept compliments. Learn to accept compliments and embrace them. And it should be from a point of even knowing, yazen noma kanjani ngifly. I'm the girl and gitlole fry, you know. And when they say fry as Miguel, embrace it. So yeah, basically that's just about it. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe, like, bama share, comment, all of that. Yeah, don't belittle yourself thinking you're being humble. Introduce yourself the way you know yourself. Talk about yourself the way you know yourself. There is definitely a difference between arrogance and confidence, and we will talk about it in the coming episodes. So, from me, hey guys, I think, yeah, that's just about it. Be aware of yourself. Be aware of you. Know your name. Know yourself. Know who you are. Bye. Don't forget to tune in. Thursday I will post. No, Friday, sorry. Friday, Gaboma afternoon, somewhere there. I will post. Bye, guys.